Let us meditate for a few moments and purify our heart by remembering the divine form of the Master. Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Om Stapakaya ca dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine Stapakaya ca dharmasya sarvadharma swarupine Avatara varishthaya Ramakrishna te nama Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma jyotirgamaya Mrityorma mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the Divine Master, embodiment of all religions. Let us follow his teachings to get rid of ignorance so that we may be able to realize the goal of our human life, namely realization or experience of the truth. Sri Ramakrishna has said many times that there are so many ways to approach the truth. Infinite ways are there. Just as the universe has infinite number of people. You can't count them. So everything is infinite. That is the nature of the truth. In Sanskrit it is called Anadi, Ananta. It is beginningless, endless. It goes on this way. Millions and millions of years, the creation goes on. Involution, evolution. Again it is indrawn, again it comes out. So, this cycle goes indefinitely. So also births and deaths. We are passing through number of births and deaths. How many times we have been born? How many times we have been dying? How many times will we again be born? Until and unless we realize the truth, we keep on coming and going, back and forth. Nobody can stop it. What is it that makes us come back and forth? It is the insatiable desires. Mind is full of desires. That also, if I have to say, infinite desires. Where is the end? Is there anyone who has fulfilled all the desires? None. Well, if desires bring you great joy and give freedom from pain and suffering, the desires are welcome. But in actual experience, we find it is not so. So Sri Ramakrishna has clearly given various instructions to be followed. The instructions are easy to understand, but difficult to practice them. When it comes to the level of practice, we come across number of difficulties, obstructions, problems on the way. Well, we have to march on. You have to walk over the obstacles. We must never turn back. Go onward. Don't sit down and idle the time anymore. Face the situations, challenges in every manner possible. So, Sri Ramakrishna was telling to one of the disciples, practice unselfish love for God. Unselfish love. Never ask anything from God. Love for love's sake. One of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna said, if we love God for what we can get from Him in the world, it only means we really love the world, not God. In that sense, we can never be true devotees. Unless we become true devotees, we will not be able to have the bliss of the vision of God. What is the nature of love? It is to love the beautiful. Suppose you see a beautiful person, immediately your heart goes out to love that person spontaneously. Then it is described in the scriptures, God is the most beautiful being in the whole universe. Whatever the beauty you are seeing in this world has all come from God Himself. So, it should not be difficult for you to love Him who is most beautiful. Now it seems to us easier to love the world than to love God. That's because of the ego. Ego. It binds our sight so that we can't perceive the beauty of God. So, it means that ego must be conquered. It is always a falsifier. It places itself on the throne which belongs to God and tries to hide God. So long as the ego is on the throne, we can never hope to see or love God. I love myself. It comes to that point. I want to satisfy myself at whatever may be the price. All these are the functions of the ego, which is very predominant in every being, and we are pulled down to various difficult situations on account of this horrible ego. Hate and anger are the signs of the ego. If a man hates anyone or gets angry with anyone, you may be sure that that person has not conquered his ego and cannot feel true love in his heart. What is this ego? A mere soap bubble. One blow will break it and reveal its hollowness. We must get rid of the ego and reach the stage where we can say sincerely, no I, not I, but thou. When you have been able to put down the ego, love of God will come of itself. So, Sri Ramakrishna tells you to watch whether your love for God is increasing day by day. As you think, so you act. As thoughts of love help in expanding the self, so do thoughts of anger and jealousy lead to its contraction. A man of unselfish love for God, he says, O Lord, I don't seek salvation. I don't want fame, wealth. I don't want to be cured of any disease that might come to my body. None of these do I seek. I want only Thee and Thee alone. This is a significant teaching of Sri Ramakrishna. It teaches us how to pray. We don't know anything about spiritual life and devotions. So, Sri Ramakrishna is leading literally by hand. Go this way, Do this way. Come on. He encourages, he inspires us. But if you are abstinent and doesn't want to get up and walk, then be prepared to suffer. He said further, many people come to a rich man with various desires. But if somebody comes to him simply out of love, not wanting any favor, then the rich man feels spontaneously attracted to such a person. Such is the wonderful effect of selfless love. Prahlad, a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, which we read in Srimad Bhagavad Puran, had this unselfish love, this pure love for God without any worldly end. A man of such unselfish love for God rejoices in all that God's will brings to him. He feels happy in the little as in the big things of life. He runs not after greatness. He shrinks not from limelight. He only seeks to do the will divine. There are many instances. If we study the lives of holy people, wonderful lives of saints and sages are there all over the world. Like Kulashekar, a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, the king of Kerala in India, he was happy living in the comforts of a palace. His heart is not in the sense enjoyment, but is entirely merged in the love of God. There is another famous saint, Kabir. He rejoices in the midst of the privations of a poor weaver's life, greeting dishonor and disgrace, suffering and starvation. He just didn't care for them. Come what may. And there is another story of Sudam, again in Bhagavad. A great devotee of Lord Krishna, he would spend most of his time in devotions, meditation, prayers, doing japa. He had a wife and many children. They didn't have enough food for the whole family. That was the situation. A poor Brahmin, he couldn't get enough food to look after the whole family. But that poverty did not deviate him from his devotion to God. He would not desist from his prayers and devotions to God. Even though he was tutored by his own wife to ask Sri Krishna to help remove their poverty, Sudam went with that purpose to Dwaraka to meet Lord Krishna, but then he totally forgot to ask for removing the poverty in the home. It never occurred to him. When he saw Krishna, he was in total ecstasy. These are the examples of those practicing selfless love for God. They dwell in the kingdom where from every nook and corner, every leaf and flower cometh the mystic chant, Thy will be done. Thy will be done. Like birds, we have come to this earth plane from a distant shore. Our stay here is for a brief while. Let us therefore, without delay, make it radiant with loving service to those in need. Let us pray to all merciful God, O Lord, beloved of this aspiring heart, make me useful, make me loving, make me humble, make me pure, and make me a channel of Thy love in this world of suffering and pain. So, the main teaching which Sri Ramakrishna gave, which I read in my last class, is unselfish love of God we should cultivate. Unselfish love of God. The more you practice it, the more you become peaceful and joyful. Second important thing which Sri Ramakrishna emphasizes is that we shouldn't allow the bad thoughts which would excite passions to enter into the doors of your mind. Very important. Sometimes such thoughts try to creep in because of the force of the samskaras or impressions accumulated in our previous lives, and also on account of our daily activities. At that time, Sri Ramakrishna suggests pray. Pray earnestly and remember the ideals set before you, and struggle unremittingly to free your mind of all impurities. Mere suppression of passions helps little. There must be a high ideal along with self-restraint. Without a high ideal, the passions will find another outlet. You must give them a new direction. Then you will be automatically rid of them. Bhagavan says, take refuge in me and control the senses. As for example, lust. The Master explained, what is lust? It is the desire to get. Then desire to get him and strengthen this desire greatly. Turn everything towards God. Realization or experience of the truth is my goal. I should be able to experience it in this very life. Accordingly, I must utilize all my energy under my command towards realization of this ideal. That's all about my comments regarding the previous reading of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Page 388. Generally speaking, there are two kinds of yoga, karma yoga and mano yoga. That is to say, union with God through work and through the mind. There are 4 stages of life: brahmacharya, garhastya, vanaprastha and sannyas. During the first 3 stages, a man has to perform his worldly duties. The sannyasi carries only his staff, water pot and begging bowl. He too may perform certain nitya karma, but his mind is not attached to it. He is not conscious of doing such work. Some sannyasis perform nitya karma to set an example to the world. If a householder or a man belonging to the other stages of life performs action without attachment, then he is united with God through such action. In the case of a Paramahamsa like Shukdev, all karmas, all puja, japa, tarpan, sandhya and so forth drop away. In this state, a man communes with God through the mind alone. Sometimes he may be pleased to perform outward activities for the welfare of mankind, but his recollection and contemplation of God remain uninterrupted. It was about 8 o'clock in the evening. Sri Ramakrishna asked Mahima Charan to recite a few hymns from the scriptures. Mahima read the first verse of the Uttara Gita, describing the nature of the Supreme Brahman. He, Brahman, is one partless, stainless and beyond the ether, without beginning or end, unknowable by mind or intelligence. Finally, he came to the 7th verse of the 3rd chapter, which reads, "The twice born, that is, the Brahmin, Kshatriya or Vaishya caste, who has its second or spiritual birth at the time of his investiture with the sacred thread, worships the deity on fire. The Munis contemplate him in the heart. Men of limited wisdom see him in the image, and the yogis who have attained same-sightedness behold him everywhere." No sooner did the master hear the words, "the yogis who have attained same-sightedness," than he stood up and went into samadhi, his arms supported by the splint and bandage. Speechless, the devotees looked at this yogi, who had himself attained the state of same-sightedness. After a long time, the master regained consciousness of the outer world and took his seat. He asked Mahima to recite verses describing the love of God. The latter recited from the Narada Pancharatra. What need is there of penance if God is worshipped with love? What is the use of penance if God is not worshipped with love? What need is there of penance if God is seen within and without? What is the use of penance if God is not seen within and without? O Brahman, O my child, cease from practicing further penances. Hasten to Shankara, the ocean of heavenly wisdom. Obtain from him the love of God, the pure love praised by devotees, which snaps in twain the shackles that bind you to the world. Master said, On hearing these verses, the Master was about to go again into an ecstatic mood, but he restrained himself with effort. Mahima read from the Yati Panchaka, I am she, the Divine Mother, in whom the illusion of the universe of animate and inanimate things is seen as in image, and in whom the universe shines, being the play of our mind. I am she, the embodiment of consciousness, who is the self of the universe, the only existence, knowledge and bliss. When the Master heard the line, I am she, the embodiment of consciousness, he said with a smile, whatever is in the microcosm is also in the macrocosm. We shall stop here. The main teaching of the Hinduism is to love God, to realize Him in this very life. That's all. Realize the truth. God can be called by any manner, whether God with particular form or God without form or God with attributes or God without attributes. It has infinite scope. Hinduism has infinite scope for the worshippers of God. You can approach God in any way you want to. The 4 yogas are mainly prescribed for reaching the goal, to experience that highest truth, to have the vision of God. The 4 yogas are Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge; Bhakti Yoga, the path of devotion; Karma Yoga, the path of action; Dhyana Yoga, the path of meditation. All these 4 yogas are unique. But all these yogas need certain common disciplines to be followed by the aspirants. Without practicing discipline, you will not be able to experience the truth. So, controlling of the senses, establishing your mastership over your mind, and doing the things consciously, not hurting anyone, not stealing anything, following all that is noble, cultivating good qualities, establishing yourself thoroughly as a perfect human being, then you become qualified to have the vision of the divine. Lord Krishna has given the list of qualities to be acquired by us practicing spirituality. Daivi Sampat, Ahimsa, non-violence, Satyam, be truthful, Akrodham, don't show temper, etc., etc. Each one is wonderful. If you follow one of these qualities, by chain, all the other qualities will come to you automatically. So, living the life is more important. The result will come by itself. Take care of the plant, water it every day, remove the weeds, apply manure at the proper time. Take care of these things. The plant will grow automatically in its own way. Nicely it blossoms. Flowers will come, fruits will come, then you will enjoy it. So the goal of human life is to realize God. And there are so many ways of approaching God. In order to comprehend God, the Hindus ask us, you can worship sun itself as God. Surya Bhagavan, every day he lights. If one or 2 days we don't see sunlight, we become completely depressed. So living God is sun. Pray to Him, worship Him. That's what the Brahmins do, Gayatri Upasana. It is nothing but the worship of sun God. Every day morning they go to the rivers, early morning, before the sunrise. They take bath and stand in the middle of the water and repeat Gayatri Mantram and pray to Him. So, the 5 elements, Panchamahabhutas, Agni, Vayu, fire. Agni Deva, he is also God. Vayu, wind. It is by on account of the grace of the wind we are able to breathe. If the wind is not there, we will be nowhere. We are living on account of the Prana Shakti. That Prana Shakti is filled up by Vayu, wind god. Jal, water. The whole system is resting in water. It is so precious and so gracious. If we drink nice, cool, clean water, you feel refreshed. So they are living gods. Worship them properly, following the disciplines. Then you will realize the truth. And another approach is that according to the Upanishads, see, there are so many stages in your experience, going from lower truth to higher truth, you can put that way. The God whom we are trying to see outside or somewhere is verily in your own heart. That's what the Upanishad says. Each one's heart is a temple of God. God dwells in each one of us in the form of light, which you can see by following meditation. process of meditation. So like that, these are all various methods to reach the truth. Whatever that distracts you away from God must be rejected. Whatever that helps you to go towards God must be followed up. That's a broad classification of the discipline which you should maintain. You know certain things are bad. Knowing that, why do you go again and again and get yourself soiled? Any more question? Any question? Any more? Jayant has got some question, I think. No. All questions solved. Srinivasan, comments? See, Vedas are the main scriptures of Hindus. Vedas. 4 Vedas are there. Yajurved, Rigved, Atharvaved, Samved. Rigved is the largest of the 4 Vedas. All these Vedas have got 2 sections. One is Karmakanda, ritualistic section, deals with rituals. The second one, Jnanakanda, deals with knowledge. So Vedanta means the essence of Vedas that comes in the Jnanakanda. The essence of Vedas is the knowledge of the self, knowledge of Atman. Who am I? Who am I? You have to find out. Every now and then we say, I, my body, my friend, my, me, mine, etc. Who is that me, mine? Find out. That is the knowledge of the Atman, spirit. Bodies may come and bodies may go. I may have this body now, next time, probably in my next life I may take another body. Bodies come. I say my body. My body has become sick, my body has become old. I reject my body and go to some other place. Just like coming to Chicago from Iowa. Afterwards you feel Chicago is very cold, extremely cold, you will go to Washington. Like that, going from place to place. So we take bodies. It's nobody else is giving. Nobody else is forcing us. Each one is forcing himself or herself to a particular body on account of his or her own desires. I want this. So you prepare yourself to get what you want. So, if you want God, you will get God. Whatever you want, you will get. So, the rituals in the Vedas, they deal with krama mukti, that is, those who cannot completely get rid of desires. The method is given. Alright, do you want to have desires? Have the desires fulfilled. Worship God and get the desires fulfilled. So by going through that process, you'll be slowly developing love towards God. So Vedas deal with all these things. And all the knowledge, what you find is in the cosmos, they're all apara vidya, lower knowledge. Para vidya means supreme knowledge, that is God Himself. So we should aspire for Paravidya, not this secular. That's what our Hinduism tells. Now, desires will give you a chance to show that you can't fulfill the desires. Desires will give you a chance to practice renunciation. That's how I see. Desires are desires, but then there are bad desires and good desires, harmful and not harmful. So there are so many classifications. If you want to have desires, why don't you have harmless desires? Even in those harmless desires, again, why don't you have those desires which take you towards higher life? Like that. But the desires are the cause for bondage. That's the truth. Desires are the prison house. You are being imprisoned by the desires, not able to get out. There are so many ways of getting rid of desires. Not to increase any more desire, to burn whatever the desires that might come up again and again, and to engage yourself in such activities to counteract desires which take you away from the truth, like that. Very good. The way is, life is like that. Take it easily. If you come to God, you don't lose anything. Remember that point very well. If you go away from God, you lose everything. If you come to God, you get everything. That's the beauty. So, turn your mind to God, practice devotion in your humble way, repeat divine name of God, and practice purity in thought, word and deed. Try to maintain purity. That's all. It's very simple. Alright, we shall conclude. Chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly, that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean, and quenched that mighty forest fire, worldly lust raging furiously within. O name, stream down in moonlight on the lotus heart, opening its cup to knowledge of thyself, O self drowned deep in the waves of His bliss, tasting His nectar at every step, bathing in His name, that bath for weary souls. Various are thy names, O Lord, in each and every name thy power resides. No times are set, no rites are needful for chanting of thy name. So vast is thy mercy, how huge then is my assuredness, who find in this empty life and heart no devotion to thy name. O my mind, be humbler than a blade of grass, be patient and forbearing like a tree, take no honor to thyself, give honor to all, chant unceasingly the name of the Lord. O Lord and soul of the universe, mine is no prayer for wealth or retinue, the playthings of lust or the toys of fame. As many times as they may be reborn, grant me, O Lord, a steadfast love for Thee. A drowning man in this world's fearful ocean is Thy servant, O sweet one. In Thy mercy, consider him as dust beneath Thy feet. Ah, how I long for the day when an instant's separation from Thee, O Lord, will be as 1,000 years, when my heart burns away with its desire, and the world without Thee is a heartless void. Prostrate at Thy feet let me be, in unwavering devotion, neither imploring the embrace of Thine arms, nor bewailing the withdrawal of Thy presence, though it tears my soul asunder. O thou, who stillest the hearts of thy devotees, do with me what thou wilt, for thou art my heart's beloved, thou and thou alone. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, and lead us from death to immortality. May all be free from dangers, may all realize what is good, may all be actuated by noble thoughts, may all rejoice everywhere. May all be happy, may all be free from disease, may all realize what is good, may none be subject to misery. May the wicked become virtuous, may the virtuous attain tranquility, may the tranquil be free from bonds, may the freed make others free. May good betide all people, may the sovereign righteously rule the earth, may all beings ever attain what is good, may the worlds be prosperous and happy, may the clouds pour rain in time, may the earth be blessed with crops, may all countries be freed from calamity, may holy men live without fear, may the Lord, the destroyer of sins, the presiding deity of all sacred works, be satisfied. For he being pleased, the whole universe becomes pleased. He being satisfied, the whole universe feels satisfied.